Great Mutas for your mind, Smoking Guns, Booker T in his solo run, Hack, even Golga. So many great reveals today at Mattel's WWE panel live from San Diego Comic Con. I am not, I'm here, but let's talk about all the cool stuff they showed off. What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles, welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Figure Files. I love the WWE panels because it doesn't matter if you're an old school fan from the 80s, if you're a 90s, if you're a today fan of wrestling, there's always going to be something for you. We got some more additions to the Coliseum collection, more Monday Night Wars, including a Build-A-Figure I never thought we would see. So much great stuff. I've got some great photos from James Green, our correspondent in the field over at San Diego. I'm going to post those to the dashboard. Thank you so much for sending those along, James. Let's get into these reveals. So first up, we know they've got this main event line. It's not quite the basics. They've improved the articulation. And we get Chase U, and I really dig this. I've been watching more NXT, so I really like the addition of Chase, the MVP, and Thea. We got all three of them. Thea actually has a Chase. Let me pull up that picture because I know what you guys think. This is the only one. We got her more colorful attire in here as well. And there you go. So she's in her more face attire. I like that look for her as well. And I'm probably going to get these guys. I don't know if we're going to see them in the Elite Collection. Who knows? And these photos came from Ringside Collectibles. You're going to see a bunch from them. Also, J-Man posted a whole bunch of these. So thank you, J-Man, for sharing these with the masses, those of us who aren't in San Diego. Let's keep rolling. Also in NXT, Axiom. And Axiom has a really cool look to him. And this is a really great color scheme combination with this blue, the gold, little red highlights. This is going to be a fun figure, even if you're not watching NXT. And I think they're doing a good job with NXT at this point because it's not so much, oh man, here's the next generation. It's just developing these guys, the next superstars, the next guys, the next gals of WWE. And it's really fun watching them get fully formed and all the rough edges smoothed out. So it's really nice watching the future of WWE coming together. Next up, some more elites. Carrie Sane, and this is such a really well done figure. Everybody knows Bill McKenna is the self-professed champion of women's wrestlers from Japan, and this Carrie Sane figure is awesome. Her first one was really good, and this one is another knockout home run. She's got the umbrella. She's got so much detail in this outfit. I think this is what she was rocking at WrestleMania. Our most recent one, I think it's 41. I have lost track of the numbers of WrestleMania. It's really cool to be able to say I've seen every one in the history of WrestleManias. And then, of course, they didn't take any time. I mean, there's another one that I'm even more surprised we got even a render, but it should come as absolutely no surprise to anyone. We got a Jade Cargill figure. She looks really cool. I love this jacket. Hopefully it's not going to be too hard to take on and off. She's got her fingers, so the storm definitely is coming. And you can see that she's got some abs here. So she's got some development. Hopefully this muscle tone, her biceps are bigger, the shoulders are bigger than, say, Carrie Sane. And she looks like she's actually going to have some right proper scaling to her. So very excited about this. Jazzwares did release a really cool Jade figure. So if you've got that one, this looks like it could be an upgrade, but that figure's solid. She can kind of fit in with your WWE figures, but this one is the dedicated elite one. Can't wait to get her. We also get another Logan Paul. It looks like he's rocking his Deadpool and Wolverine attire. So that's great for the fans, and I'm sure you all will be after you see the movie starting tomorrow. But this is a solid looking Logan Paul figure. He had an Ultimate Edition one exclusive to Mattel Creations. I didn't care about Logan Paul at the time, but I think we probably should be getting another Ultimate Edition figure because this dude really has all kinds of flexibility and does a ton of moves that benefit from that Ultimate Edition articulation. Next up, some first time in the line. Well, just one. Zoe Starks. Again, she has some development in the arms, the abs, just like Zoe Stark does in real life. Even comes with a knee brace. I liked her a lot more in NXT than her portrayal now in Raw, but she's a cool looking figure. I like that they actually gave her a lot more color than the standard black and white she's rocking now. We also got Ilya Dragunov. He's got the NXT title. And we got Braun Breaker with his dog wolf attire. I think this is when he was rocking, teaming up with Happy Corbin, Baron Corbin. So this is really cool to get a little gimmick associated with his run there. And that's fun. Differentiates this one from some of the other versions. I figure by the time, next 5 years, there's going to be 10 really good Braun Breaker figures. Having this wolf head to put on top of one will help distinguish it from all the other great attires we get. Then we got the final boss, Mama Rhodes. Watch out. We got this version of The Rock with the vest. Great detail in there. And this is beating up Cody in the back. So we got to get some trailers for Mattel coming up soon as part of that Basher Road playset vehicle line. But this is a solid looking Rock figure. We knew it had to be coming. So I figure I'll get this one as well, just because I love that entire build up to WrestleMania. And getting this figure, this look of The Rock is essential. You see, he's got the one finger to acknowledge the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. That's really cool. Looking forward to getting this one, adding them to the collection. Then we get this amazing set. I am so hyped up about this. Lexus King, aka Flying Brian's Pillman's son. Very cool. He's got the big flowing flowery hair. He's got that Brian Pillman logo. Signal logo, insignia, whatever you want to call it, on the knee pad. I love that other one with the skull and the crown. Very cool. This detail on this tights is a really sharp looking attire. And I love this head sculpt. Really solid work. But here on the right, we get Flying Brian to complete our Hollywood Blondes action figure attack, aka Steve Ozer, has been saying that they've been trying to do this philosophy of not waiting until they get the license to get both members of a team. They'll do one member and then hopefully they'll be able to sign the other one. And here's our first fruit of that, because we do have a Brian Pillman, a stunning Steve Austin. Let's see how hard that will be to actually pull up. The Elite Stunning Steve. I love how prepared I am every time I want to make these references. Great. So here you go on Amazon. You can see that he's still available, a little bit more expensive, but Hollywood Blonde, Stunning Steve. Great head sculpt on that guy. He's got the smiling, cocky jerk expression. WCW Tag Team title to go along with the one from Flying Brian here. He's got the clipboard. The only thing missing, of course, is the hand expression so he can shoot and say it's a good day to be a blonde. We've got both of them. An iconic tag team finally completed. No need to put the vest on Flying Brian and hope for the best. Now they actually match. And of course, they've got that all synced up properly. Let me show you some more photos of Stunning Steve here without that. So here you go. So he's got the black. Flying Brian will match him. Very exciting stuff there. I mean, this is so cool to actually get one of the best teams from the very early 90s, one of WCW's standout squads. So we finally get them all together. There are a couple more teams now. British Bulldogs that they've kind of started, haven't completed. So there's one, at least, that we get knocked out. Maybe the Colossal Connection can be another one. Just need a Haku. Now that his sons are showing up, maybe that opens up the possibility of seeing him. He didn't show up today, but there's still some time. There's a couple more days left in San Diego. But more Ultimate Edition figures join the ranks. We got Solo Sikoa. And he's got the Taz towel. He's got the one finger to acknowledge the tribal chief. Great expressions on him. So this is really cool. He's the new tribal chief, basically, until Roman comes back. And he's got that thumb, the tape thumb. I don't need the Elite versions. Now that we've got this, very excited about this figure. And yeah, it's really solid. And we got Judgment Day, Finn Balor. And I like the options with the arms because we got the longer wraps up here all the way up to his shoulders. And then we got this one without them. And then he can also acknowledge the tribal chief, or bang, bang. Excuse me. Got the mask there covering up his nose. That's really cool. And mouth, of course, and then different expressions. Smiley Finn, he's happy to be here. Focus, and then intense and angry Finn. Very cool additions there. Gonna get him, and we've already gotten an Ultimate Edition Dom. We've got an Ultimate Edition Damian Priest. So now we get Finn, and I guess maybe we'll see JD at some point. Rhea Ripley, as we all know, is locked behind this pay window with the newest WWE ring. I know a lot of people are not thrilled with that decision, but it's gonna sell. And I think that's going to be one of those cases where, yeah, we're not thrilled with it, but it's probably going to be a good decision from them. Let's go to a photo from our guy, James Green, showing us the oh so great quality here of Rhea Ripley in that ring. So here you go. There's Ultimate Edition Rhea, and you can see all that fantastic detail on her tattoos. You can see the butterfly shoulders, which will be really helpful for her in pulling off the riptide. Great details on the costume with the rhinestones, the studs, the belt, and then just the way they got the wraps coming down here around her thighs. Really well executed. And then the smiley, happy Rhea, which I still don't think is very appropriate for this particular gimmick, this Judgment Day phase of her career. But there you go. So that's her. That's the ring she comes with. That's the modern ring, and you'll be able to add a little bit more of your Judgment Day for the low price of $150 ring in addition. All right, so next up, we get more Mattel Creation tag teams. This time we get Imperium just in time for them to break up. They've only been together for years and years. We finally get them, and then Kaiser said, no longer. I don't want to be associated with you anymore, Vincey. So we can get these guys. We have Gunther, the Ring General, got those guys. So that's cool. I still may get them just because they were together for so long. And then we got the Headbangers, Mosh and Thrasher. I love the packaging because we get this very sophisticated look for Imperium set. And then we got the wild spider webs walking into them. Shout out Gwen Stefani and the rest of No Doubt. But I love this packaging for both of them. I think Mattel does some of the best package work in the industry because they seem like they put so much care and love and attention to the different packaging. It's not just a here you go, here's a figure. They seem like they put a lot of craftsmanship, and of course you see it with the bios, always the best in the business. It's like the copywriter, I think it's Roger Rudette, does amazing work on those, and it just feels like, oh man, you guys are really into it, just like I would be. So we got those. Very excited with those reveals there. Of course, there's more. We got a new elite CM Punk. This is from Royal Rumble 2024. So he can go, I didn't come back to lose to Dusty's kid, only to get thrown out. And solid CM Punk. This one matches up fine for a modern contemporary one to screw Drew McIntyre over and over from the world title. And I love the colors. That's really cool. And then we got a new CM Punk to join the collection. Next up, we get this amazing figure. It's a Ringside collectible exclusive. You can get them right now over Ringside. We get this one. I love taking advantage of the Ultimate Edition setup with all the different head sculpt possibilities to go full on Money in the Bank. And then, of course, with this hair slicked back in different ways, you can get different looks, call it a different look for them, and different, not necessarily Money in the Bank, but we've got the swept hair. And if you can note here, he's got that blowing the kiss expression, and they actually gave it to Punk like that. So you can see they've got the open palm hands, and they've got him blowing the kiss. So perfect. And one of my favorite attires for Punk. So I think this is a great idea to make this one into an Ultimate Edition, and it's a fantastic looking figure. Next up, we got a John Cena because we got Punk, got his Money in the Bank opponent. This one's from WrestleMania 20, I believe, because it's got the padlock look to him, but this is solid. Good expressions from Cena, angry, smiley, neutral, and then all kinds of hands. And then got the word life, bare knuckles, brass knuckles, if you will, there. And really colorful Cena attire. I'd love to see what the t-shirt is going to be. I assume it's going to come with one, but yeah, it's a nice looking Cena. I already have two Ultimate Edition ones, but Cena's one of my favorites. And I can't really ever have too many because he's got all those different combinations with the tights, the colors, and the t-shirts. So bring them on. Next up, Ultimate Edition. Final boss, The Rock, including the People's Champion belt that Muhammad Ali's widow gave The Rock. You can see he's got the just bringing hand sculpts. Again, the fingers pointing in the air. That's kind of helpful because, if you needed one for Roman, like I do, now you got one. And then got some fists, some clutching hands. He's got the if you smile, la 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 la, head sculpt, the serious one and the smiling one. I'm gonna ditch that smiling one because the final boss is not happy. He's upset that Cody stole his moment and ruined everything for the tribal chief and the rest of the Maivia and Samoan family tree. Anyway, and then we got Senior Money in the Bank, Damian Priest with his Skeletor attire. So that'll match up well with your Finn Balor. And this is really a great looking version there. So all that purple. I think this is one of his better Judgment Day attire. So it's really cool that they have this in Ultimate Edition form. Got yelling, smiling, and neutral. I think that's always the best expression, balance mix of these three portraits. So there you go. It can kind of cover any expression you want for him, whether he's shooting, throwing around darts in the clubhouse, or he's about to send somebody down with his big choke slam, or he's like, hey, Dom, you better get everything straight with Liv Morgan. Somebody's not going to be happy. I love the fact that they can throw in a Skeletor, crossbones, and the whole armor plate. That's great. And I saw that attire. I was like, I want this into figure form yesterday. And we get an Ultimate Edition. So all that extra articulation, great Damian Priest figure. So getting both of those. And then next up, more additions to the Monday Night War WWE versus WCW. Only available at Walmart. This has been kind of tricky because Walmart's not doing the best job of stocking these figures. We got Kane with his, hey, is this guy really burned mesh looking deal there on the front. We got British Bulldog from 95, 96. This is around the era where he was part of Camp Cornette fighting Bret the Hitman Hart. I think this might be the attire when they fought it in your house, but that's a really nice one. Good to have that mix in there. We've had the shorts, we've got the bicycle tight looks. Now we got these long tights. Dig that. And then we got Hack. Who saw this one coming? This is for that random period of time when he was in WCW for a moment, before he went back to ECW. I think this head sculpt looks a little bit different than the one we have right now. And he's got a Singapore cane. He's got a little barbed wire. I guess you can wrap around his arm. You can wrap around the Singapore cane. Hopefully he'll have a t-shirt as well, because that was part of the whole Hack thing. I know we're not going to get a Sandman t-shirt, but I think that's pretty cool to get this figure, and definitely not want to have on my WCW Monday Night Wars bingo card. But I think this is a good addition because it's not one of the retreads. It's not the same old, and it's a different look for Sandman, which you could also throw an ECW t-shirt on and have him fight against your WWE version ECW guys. My favorite one is Booker T. And when Stevie Ray got injured, I was like, you're in trouble now, because Booker T has been an ascending star for so many months, and he did great work as a singles, as a TV champion. And I love this attire, this black and red. I would also, if they were up for making this into a chase, love to see this attire in the white. I thought the white and the yellow and red flames was a nice contrast to Booker's skin tone. But I love this black too, so really happy to see this. He comes with the TV title and swappable hands. That's solid. The Build-A-Figure, of course, is crazy. It's Golga from the Oddities. You'll see his t-shirt's missing the Cartman design, so hopefully you have some good painting skills. But the fact that this is a Build-A-Figure is crazy and really wild. And I thought maybe this is just a cheap way to make use of that Dusty Rhodes, and to some extent it is, because it's a t-shirt mold again, but Dusty was rocking jeans, and I think these are just a new dedicated sweatpants mold. So that's cool. I wonder if they could ever manage this. This is too small for an Abdullah the Butcher, if they were, for whatever reason, able to sign him. But I think these pants could kind of work for him. But that's a really fun and wacky addition to this line. I'm just shocked that we have a Golga figure. So the Oddities are getting some love in this mix from Mattel as well. Then we got more legends coming, and there was a pre-order for some today, but here's the next batch. We got Carlito, that's cool. And I love the purple tights. That was his classic look. And you see he's got his fro is a little bit shorter. This is like right when he arrived. The purple does look cool. And he's got the chain to knock out Cena with. And then we got Angry Wrestling Machine, bald Kurt Angle. He's not smiling with some goofy expression. This is hardcore, serious Kurt Angle. I mentioned WWE, ECW. You can throw this attire in with that too. And this is when he was just beating down everybody. This is an overdue look for Kurt Angle. So I'm really happy to see this. We already have another Legends Kurt Angle. Let me see if I can pull that up really fast because I just had those pictures. But let me see here. And how hard will that be to find? Because there's been a ton of stuff dropping all day. And yesterday we had previews. So this is the Kurt Angle that's up for pre-order right now, part of Legends 24. So we've got this old Kurt Angle with hair, and now we've got this one. So we're getting more of the generations, the eras of Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle, the Eras Tour. So we got that one. We got one of his medals, and it comes with the big gold belt here. Last, we get a Godfather. Happy about this because mine with the green pants, if I'm remembering that properly, the torso is kind of loose. This one looks thicker, which is great because he didn't lose a ton of weight just because he became the Godfather. Hair is a little bit different. He comes with all the accessories, the vest, the Godfather chain, the cane, and he's got, of course, swappable hands and double jointed elbows. Can't knock that. So we got a new Ultimate Edition Papa Shango. We got a new Godfather. He's rolling out. Somebody get the train ready. Then we got this version of Shawn Michaels. This is the Return of DX Shawn. And it actually looks like they came up with some different head sculpts for him, or at least, threw on the hair pieces, make them a little bit different. This is the one we see so often, but I think this one might actually be new. And so you see this matches up pretty well with the attire. I'm gonna assume he comes with that shirt as well. But yeah, this is cool to add a new version of Shawn. And if you give me a second, this is gonna prove beneficial to all those people who are collecting, who got that fan takeover version of Triple H. If he's still available on Amazon, there's gonna be a time where people are like, yes, now it's time. And because it was weird because it was one of those figures where it was kind of just sitting by itself, and you missed out. Now is not the good time to pick up this figure. Maybe they'll re-release it for everybody, but this was the DX figure that matches up really well with Shawn. So he's got the big Motorhead facial hair going. He's got the DX t-shirt, of course. Now he is really expensive. This figure was cheaper a few months back, but that's always the thing. When they release the complimentary character, then people are like, oh man, I want to get the one that's been sitting around for so many months. Hopefully there'll be another opportunity to get that figure cheaper because now it has a purpose and a value. But the legend reveals weren't done, and Mattel is finding the problem of, hey, we don't have a lot of new first time in the line, so we got to switch up and be creative with the looks. I think they've succeeded. We get the Great Muta in one of his final kind of modern appearances. That's a nice looking figure. I don't know if I really need this, but it really looks cool. Oh, chest hair, he's got that cool mask and a different face paint setup deal, and the tight detail is awesome as well. But to the right, we got Smoking Gunns Billy Gunn, more bang bang, shout out to Austin and Colton. And he's got the cowboy boots. And of course, we really, really, really don't need too much to do a Bart Gunn. We just need to kind of figure out somebody else who has a matching or similar mullet hairstyle. We can just slip in there. I wonder if that's kind of Mattel's thinking people are going to buy two in maybe they won't ever sign Bart Gunn. But the Smoking Gunns were a major tag team during the early 90s or mid 90s. They were racking up, they were 3-time WWF tag team champions. It's important to get them in the line. If we just have to settle for getting Billy Gunn, at least that opens the door to get a Bart Gunn, and their outfits, their looks doesn't change at all. So we got this for Billy in a pinch. Wait till he gets on clearance, grab another one. and then just find a stand-in head sculpt for Bart. Smoking Guns, pivotal tag team champions. You're gonna have them fight your Yokozuna and whatever you're using for your stand-in Owen Hart. But that was really great to get those guys, at least Billy, added to the line as part of the Smoking Guns. Then we got this guy, Great Muta. Ultimate Edition, I was confused because I said, wait, I thought they had done this. We're going to do it in red. But, oh man, this is from Future Shock Starcade 89. And the face paint looks really cool. I love this black and white face paint design for him. It just makes him look so creepy and so mysterious. He's got the mask. I love this head sculpt where he's actually spewing the green mist. He's got the hands so he can do the whole deal. And you can see this gesture. We can actually accomplish that with Great Muta Ultimate Edition. And this is just awesome. Black tights. Very excited about this figure, but that's not all. We actually get another one. And this is so cool because this is the Halloween Havoc look for him. And I am pretty sure this is Ultimate Edition as well. So we got the butterfly joints there. So we get 2 Ultimate Edition Great Muta figures. I can't complain about anything else. I mean, they've done it for me with the show, with these reveals. 2 Ultimate Edition Great Mutas. If anybody just needed Ultimate Edition figures, no need to do elites. It's a Great Muta. So now we can do a handspring elbow competition with Tiffany Stratton, and China. I bet Great Muta is going to win. But yeah, this is really cool to get both looks for him in this attire, or with the just changing up the tight design or tight color and then the face paint. So that is so awesome to see this guy. And I really hope we can see a Tuxedo Terry Funk added to the line so I can have those guys. I've got a Ric Flair in purple tights. We're so close. I just wish we could get just like 5 Surfer Sting versions so I can have a 89 version, a 90 All-American version redone properly, an 88 version of Sting, and then a proto Crow version. I will shut up. But man, I'm gonna be so thrilled to get those, especially since now we've got an Ultimate Edition, or not Ultimate Edition, an Elite WCW Rick Rude figure that can match up with him. But that's not it. Coliseum Collection is now not going to be exclusive to Mattel Creations. The good news is going to Amazon. That's exciting because that means Amazon's like, oh, we went in on this. So hopefully that means we get some more. They really seem to be in on these Ultimate Edition exclusives. Bam Bam Bigelow is definitely a good one for it. And classic paint scheme for his outfit. Really excited about that. I mean, I don't really know what else to do, what else they could have done to make him more ultimate, but he's got all the expressions that you would possibly need for him. Tattooed head. That was really good. And then, of course, we got Big Boss Man. If you ever took a trip down to Cobb County, Georgia, you know what I'm talking about. So he's got his nice stick. He's got handcuffs. He's got the smaller cuffs. I mean, he's got all kinds of options. I'm not quite sure what this deal is here. We'll figure that out. You can also acknowledge Roman Reigns. He's going to be one that really benefits from the Ultimate Edition articulation because now we can finally get a better Boss Man slam. And it looks like at least this is a new head sculpt, and I think this one is too. This one seems like one they've done before, but these two look awesome. Hopefully these sunglasses hold on better than some of the other ones. I'm trying to see if this is the bigger version of Boss Man from when he was a heel, teaming up with Akeem, or if this is post Twin Towers run, and this is where he's going solo, teaming up with Hulk Hogan and Tugboat, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan doing his thing, going after the Heenan family. I'm really excited about this 2-pack, though. I love the Coliseum Collection line, and so happy to see it continuing and getting more essential players from that time period in WWE. Last reveal, I'm sure they might have put up something else in the time that I've been recording, but more additions to that retro series, and it is the Bloodline. So you get all 4. We've done a DX, they've done an NWO. Now we get Jimmy and Jay, Roman, and Solo. They are the ones. They got to do a Paul Heyman so we can get the whole gang. And the tribal chief, the wise man, hanging in there, all 4 of them. And then the 5, I love this deal with the jumper bodies for them. That makes sense. Roman Reigns with a big Superman punch. And Solo, I'm not quite sure which one, which power special action feature he has, but that's a pretty solid set. Digging the WWE reveals, and it's 5 o'clock Eastern time, so that means I got 3 more hours to wait before we see what's dropping from Jade Cargill Classified Series. They literally cleared the runway, got it all set. There should be absolutely no surprise at this point what's coming, because I mean they've literally done everything to say it's the Rattler, guys. So I'm take another shot from our buddy James Green showing us the runway they have cleared off, ready for takeoff for that Rattler. In this space, I'm trying to gauge like how wide and how long this sucker is. Start measuring shelf space, even though I won't get it till next Christmas. But looking forward to it. So I'll be back on doing the live probably around 9:30, waiting for those photos to upload and all that good stuff. But you better believe I'll be back here doing another live, talking about more of these reveals, the excitement from San Diego Comic-Con with the WWE. I'll talk about that some more. And of course, the G.I. Joe Classified Series reveals we get later on today. But right now, that's all for me. This episode of Lyle's Figure Files has been filed.